Welcome back, everyone. My name is Ember, and today we are continuing our One Piece journey with Volume 48. I think we're about halfway through Thriller Bark at this point. This covers chapters 460 to 470. So this is a lot of fucking stuff happening. This looks like their first encounter with Perona, I think. All the way up through when Oars shows up and starts wrecking the Straw Hats. Feeling a little half and half on this volume. There's a lot of stuff I really liked about it, and then a couple things that I was not a huge fan of. Might as well just get the bad stuff out of the way. Still feeling a little battle fatigue, although there was a lot more creative stuff later on in this volume. Like, I wasn't a huge fan of, like, Sanji's and Zoro's fights were just kind of okay, and I didn't really get much out of them. And also, Sanji is being completely fucking insufferable in this volume again. Just off-the-wall pervert shit. It's so... I mean, I'm gonna just be up on it. Just be out straight with it. Sanji has some cool moments, but he's so fucking insufferable whenever he talks about his romance stuff. I just don't like it. I really don't. Like, it seems totally inconsequential. It's just there for the gag, and it's not a good gag. So, it sucks. Yeah, those were the things I didn't like about this volume. But other than that, there was some pretty cool stuff. Loved Perona's fight with Usopp. That was one of my favorite fights in a very long time. Just in terms of creativity. Like, first off, the idea that, like, her negative energy ghosts don't work on Usopp because he already hates himself too much. Fucking brilliant. And also sad. Poor Usopp. You're climbing the ranks, though. Like, I was thinking, this volume definitely shuffled a lot of my Straw Hat rankings around. Like, Sanji went down, Usopp's going way up. Like, this is probably Usopp's best fight yet. And I like that he uses the Sniper King persona to, like, psych himself up. Perona's powers are super cool, how she basically astral projects herself. Along with creating the negative ghost things. The way Usopp figures out her ghost fruit abilities was so cool, and the creativity of his, like, his slingshot attacks. Like, he uses, like, a glue attack. Then he shoots her with, like, toy cockroaches. But it looks like real cockroaches at first. I'm like, my dude, you can't do that. That's, like, cool. That's cool, but gross. Fucking gross. And then he pulls out the fake 10-ton hammer thing again, which basically just causes Perona to pass out from shock and fear. Fucking great fight. I love that. Absolutely incredible. It just came up. Maybe it's just because I was so not hot on the first half of this volume, and I was just kind of going through the motions of it. Yeah, that fight really just came out of the blue and really caught my attention. And the other fight I really liked is when Oars, like, shows up and starts beating the shit out of the Straw Hats. Because, a lot of these fights, they get a little, not only, like, fight fatigue sets in, but they're also, they're a little hard to read at times. Like, especially Zoro and Sanji's fights, they can be a little hard to follow what exactly is happening in each given panel. But with the Oars fight, Oars is so fucking massive that he has to have these giant panels dedicated to him. And that kind of forces Oda to draw these panels a little bigger, just not only to convey the massiveness of Oars, like he's twice the size of a giant, but also it allows for more clarity in these fight scenes. Like, and also he's so fucking huge that he can just do insane shit, like throw an entire several stories of a building at someone. So that was fucking cool. Yeah, really love the Ors fight and also the Perona fight. Some good fights in this volume. Oh, also really liked Chopper's exchange with Dr. Hogback, where they're talking about the nature of being a doctor and how, whether it's about research or helping humanity, the answer should be obvious. But I was actually kind of disappointed that this wasn't more of an underlying theme, like this wasn't more present in the previous volumes, because that would have given this a lot more of a stronger thematic base as this arc goes on. Like maybe could have had a few more scenes of back and forth between Chopper and Hogback, explored the ideas a little bit more, because like Dr. Hogback's research is so entirely selfish, and it's just for his own benefit, whereas Chopper's research and medical study is so that he can help other people, obviously. But I like that it at least came up more directly at least once, so that was kind of fun. And just seeing Chopper go apeshit because he's so infuriated by Hogback's philosophies was really cool to see too. I feel like there was one more thing I wanted to talk about. Maybe not. Was there something that happened with Brooke in this volume? I think that was last volume, but yeah, it's an okay volume overall. Had some stuff I didn't like, but also had a lot of stuff I did like. Also, I just happened to flip to this panel. Giant Perona. Yeah, love that. Gotta be honest, Perona's designs is one of my favorites from this series so far. But, yeah. Pretty okay volume. About halfway through Thriller Bark. So, should be only a couple more days before we wrap this up. Although, fair warning, I gotta be honest, it's taking me a lot longer to read these volumes than it was at the start. I don't know, it might be a little bit of fatigue since I'm almost on volume 50 already, over 50 days straight of doing this. But I think it's more so that it's just taking longer to read each volume. Like, there's a lot more text now than there was at the beginning of One Piece. Like, there's a lot more text per page. There's a lot more of like these really large monologue and dialogue bubbles. So it's just taking longer, and it's eating up more of my time. And these aren't supposed to be like high effort, high time consumption videos. These are supposed to be things where I can just throw them up and talk about them. So if I have to start doing it every other day, I'll start doing that. If it just gets to the point where it's taking up too much of my time, I'll do that. So, but we'll see. We're also reaching the end of Thriller Bark, and we're about to get into Sabaody and then Paramount War after that. But we'll see. In any case, if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below about what you thought. My name is Ember, and I'll see you next time.